Hi everyone, what I'm going to share today is about variables. If you have done any other programming languages, this is not new to you. But if not, in programming, variable is a way to store value or information on our computer. The reason for that is every time we run our program or computer program, the variable is reserved on some space on the computer's memory. And every time we call this or do something with the variable, the computer know what memory address to look for and what information it will give back to us. So I'm going to show you a little idea of how variable works, and I hope I'm going to be able to share you something good and it's not wrong. If it's wrong, kindly point it out to me. I will appreciate it. So I'm going to begin. For example, you have a memory address like this: 1000, 1111, 1000, 1212, 1000, 1313, then 1000, 1414. This is an example. So let's say this is your memory address. Okay, now you want to tell your computer to put your address, to put your age to the memory address. Like for example, your age is 24 and you want this to be moved to, let's per say, 1000, 1212. This is a basic example. Using this example, you might be able to memorize this memory address every time you want to use it. But think about this. What if you have a program that requires you to store a lot of information on a memory address? Like, for example, your program requires you to have your username or first name, last name, address, age, mobile number, yada yada yada. This information are referenced to every memory address. And trying to memorize this memory address or memorizing those memory address for every information is a daunting task. That's where the variable comes in. So instead of declaring or specifying the memory address, we specify the variable. So instead of using this one, we use, for example, age. And this age are automatically referenced to a memory address. So every time we run the computer or our computer program, our computer understand that this age are reference to this memory address, and when we call this one, the computer will respond with the value we are looking for. Basically, that's how a variable works, and I hope I was able to share you a good idea of how it works. So now we go to variables in Python. To declare a variable in Python, we must remember first the following. Let's see, I already created a file about it. So yeah, this is the three things that I want to share to you that you should take note when naming a variable. First, a variable must start with a letter or underscore. If I try to show you here, let's say I try to name var1 and make it, or rather I will going to use this one. If I try to run this one, it will result or show an error. See, it's saying it's an invalid syntax. That is the reason that you must take note that a variable should start with letter or underscore. If you do it like this, any here can be, it's okay, as long as you start with the letter or underscore, and make sure that after the first letter, which is, or underscore, you should put here a number or letters only. I think it will work. I'll try. I think doing this will be fine. Let's see. Oh yeah. So as you can see, it only allows number and underscore. So anything after the first letter or underscore should be numbers, letters, and underscore only. If there's something you can add, just tell me. But as far as I know, that's what is only allowed. Just to show you, you can start it with an underscore. If I run this, there will be no error. See? Now, next is, it is case sensitive. So, if you use an uppercase here, you should be using an uppercase here also. If not, it will cause an error. See? There's an error. So, just make sure that the variables in Python are case sensitive. Third, don't overwrite keywords. So what I meant by that is when declaring Python, avoid using the Python keyword like this one. And calling it out will cause an error also. See? So Python keywords, if you do a quick Google search and go to this website, W3 Schools, this will be the Python keywords. So avoid using some of this when naming a variable. So next is, to make a naming variable good, you must make it descriptive or show your intentions right away. Like this one. If I'm going to name a variable like to hold the age of my user, I just specify it like this. Or you can use like this. These two are good. These two things, like this first one is called camel case, while this one is called snake case. These two are called naming convention. There are other naming convention out there like Pascal case, but this is what I prefer. That's how you name a variable. Be descriptive, show your intentions right away. Next is, I want to inform you that a variable can be reassigned. What I meant by that is this. If I specify user age here on the top and I try to call it like this, I can call the variable a and the result would still be 25. See? That's what I meant by variable can be reassigned. You might saw a Python code that have like this. This is a quick or rapid way of declaring and assigning value on a variable. So if I run this, as you can see, it was able to add value on a variable by just doing this one. Yeah, I think that's it. So I hope I was able to share some good information here. Thank you and bye-bye.